How many times have you been disappointed, not because someone has changed, but because the version of them in your head was never real? So, were they the problem, or is it because the version you have created in your head had something to do with it? So let's talk about it. Hi, my name is Neve and welcome back to my channel where we are going to talk about self-development and how to become the best version of yourself. And guess what, guys? This is 2026, okay? So we are not lacking behind and we want to enjoy every second of our life. And how we do that, that's what we're going to talk about in different episodes. So let's break it down, this topic, into 4 parts. So the first one, we will talk about when we assign characters to people. The second part is going to be about different examples in real life scenarios. For example, friends, family, romantic relationships, and the type of pain it creates. And third one is why we actually do that. What's the reason behind it? So we will look into psychology-based studies. And the fourth one is my favorite one and it's gonna boost you up. The fourth one is about reframe. And in that part, we will talk about Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins and how it actually helps you to avoid disappointments and make yourself aware of different situations rather than being heartbroken often. So the first part is we assign characters to people. So psychologists call that attribution bias. What that actually means is that we often see people's behavior as a fixed trait rather than changing responses to situations. So, for example, if you meet a person, let's name him Alex. Sorry if anybody's named Alex. I keep coming up with this name, so let's talk about it. So I meet Alex. I think he's a gentleman. He's an incredibly nice person. I could be really good friends with him. And gradually I started to build this character in my head that he would be the most supportive friend ever. And I could go up to him and ask for any help. So now you have assigned a role to Alex. So when he does something opposite of the character you have assigned him, you are heartbroken. You think that he changed or he was a completely different person. But this is what happens when we give people different characters. It goes same with, let's take an example of Tina. Again, apologies if someone is called Tina, but let's see, I think Tina is a very jealous person. She would always think bad about me. But we don't understand one thing, that people don't much have time to think about you for a long period of time. And maybe the time you interacted with Tina, she might have been going through different things. But because we have assigned another character over her, we think she's always going to be like that, So different scenarios, but we did the same thing. We assigned characters to these people. So the part 2, let's talk about real life examples. These 2 were real life examples. Let's talk about romantic relationship. So we expect a lot from our partner, which is, there's nothing wrong with it. But again, we have this imagination. We create character over that person. We think that this person would always do anything and everything, which is for sure should be doing and everything. But at the same time, when we assigned a very strong character to that person, and depending on the situation, if this doesn't work out, we end up having heartbroken. So that's another example when it comes to romantic relationships. So let's talk about why we actually do that. Why? And when we look at the psychology point of view, it's because we as a human, we don't like uncertainty. Our brain loves to know prior to something happening. So it's like a safe mechanism, it's like a protection mechanism that we should be knowing who we are interacting with. So when I say somebody's safe zone where you can go up to him and ask for things, it's our brain protecting us from an uncertain situation. So it's build-up mechanism, but we have to change our thinking and the things we do with, when we are dealing with such kind of thoughts and when we are trying to assign characters to different people. And another reason, which is very fascinating, is that our brain gets a reward when something happened which we have expected to be. And our brain be like, oh, there you go. See, I knew it. That feeling of like the dopamine, like, yes, I exactly knew that's going to happen. That's what he did. So our brain loves the pleasure. So that's another reason that we assign character to different people. But then we don't realize it, that this could create different type of pains. For example, there is misconnection. Maybe the person you might be thinking will do wrong anytime. Maybe he was going through something. We don't actually know. But he might not be the baddest person we have thought about him. Or likewise, for example, if we think this friend is the most loyal friend and she or he would never, ever go against you. So again, we have created a strong character. We have assigned them a strong character. But then when they do something, it causes another type of pain, which is disappointment. One action doesn't define one's entire character. How do we deal with this kind of emotions, this kind of situation? So the final part is let them. Okay, so thanks to Mel Robbins, because this theory has changed millions of lives, and it actually changed my life as well. Let them theory basically says that no matter what type of person you're encountering, it could be family, friends, relationships, when you let the other person, let them be who they are, and you have the decision to whether to continue being with that person or being friends with that person. It's totally up to you. But then when you allow other person to show you who they are, there's nothing wrong with it. It depends on us how we act after that. So when we stop putting, like, pressuring our expectation on other people, that's how we protect ourselves from disappointment and being so heartbroken. So the entire problem arises because we expect things from people. We expect goodness, kindness, or we think that they will go and do something wrong. And we try to control other people basically, but we don't understand one thing, that human beings are unpredictable. You cannot predict someone. There's always something depending on the situation and the things happening in their life. So we cannot control anybody. The only thing we can control is ourselves and our thoughts. And the let them theory is all about letting people who they are and stop spending time thinking, expecting, and creating all these characters in our head, spending hours thinking like, oh, why she did this, why he did this, and he should be doing this for me, and she should be saying these things. Like, there's no way we can control somebody else other than ourselves. So let them be who they are. and you choose, you have the power to control your actions and choose wisely who you want to be with, who you want to hang out with, and whoever is aligned with yourself and your goals and ambitions. So once we do this, we get to do so many things in life, which is so important and makes us so happy in life, and which is honestly priceless. That once we get to know ourselves way better, that we only focus on the things we have to do instead of letting other people ruin our peace and cause disappointment. So yeah, let's just stop creating this whole movie with different roles assigned to different people and let them be whoever they want to be, and choose your own peace and do things which makes you happy. So thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.